Are you a huge wrestling fan? Do you enjoy watching the WWE? If so, then check out Wrestling Discussions, my second podcast that's available on all streaming platforms where I discuss WWE topics. So tune in today.
Welcome, everyone, to this episode of Aspiring Discussions. I'm your host, Ashley Janae, and I just want to thank God for allowing me to do another episode. And I want to thank you all for your support. And today is going to be another lit episode, and it's because I have a very special guest that's from Chicago, Illinois. He's a hip hop artist with a single titled GAM, which stands for Grown Ass Man, because that's what he is. And he also just released an album titled Legendary that's available on all streaming platforms with singles titled I Don't Care, which, by the way, is my favorite single off the album, and then Sugar Free and Take Money. So please help me welcome Hollis Rock to Aspiring Discussion. So, how are you today?
Hey, Ja, I'm awesome. I'm awesome. And yeah, GAM is definitely, I forgot that GAM is actually an older project that I had done, but it's out there on all the platforms with everything else. The fresh new single is the one that you're talking about, is I Don't Care. That's the single that's out. And
Oh,
then the other two songs, I have an EP that's out. It's those three songs. It's I Don't Care, it's Sugar Free, and it's Take Money. But the single is I Don't Care.
yeah, got you. Yeah, and that is my song too. I really like that song. It's real groovy. I like it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah. So could you tell the listeners a little bit more about yourself?
Sure, man. It's a lot. I'm a multifaceted individual. You got to guide me in the way you want me to go, because I do a lot. I do a lot. But I'll just tell you where I got started. I got started in hip hop at 10 years old. My
Oh,
mother was a poet and she wrote all types of poems. She had like books and books of poems. So it was just really hereditary, and I inherited the gift from her. And then when I was young, she just entered me into all types of oratory competitions. When I was 10, 11, 12, 13, all the way up through high school,
mm-hmm.
I was competing against college kids in oratory competitions, and I never lost one. And
Wow.
from the poetry and oratory competitions, it just led me into hip hop. Because hip hop that's what hip hop it is. It's poetry. So it just
Yeah.
led me into the following and flowing over the beats. And I just kept on going and going. I mean, I really couldn't stop if I want to, because I call it the gift and the curse. Because
Mhm.
even through a point when I was like, man, forget that, and I'm not doing that no more. As soon as I hear the music, lyrics just flood my head, and I just have no choice in the matter. So there you go.
Yeah, got you. So basically, your mother, was a huge influence with you deciding to become an MC.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, that's great. That's great. And then, who are some of your influences besides your mother that you grew up listening to?
I grew up listening to is the old school people, of course, LL Cool J, Rakim, Eric B. and Rakim, Run DMC, all of them from back. That's who I was loving. And then as you progress through the history of hip hop, Wu Tang Clan, Common, all the way up until today. Like my favorite artist from today is J. Cole.
Mm.
I would say he probably my favorite artist, but other ones that I like, of course, Kendrick. I like Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine, and a lot of kind of like underground artists that I hear that probably nobody know about.
Okay, nice, nice. Well, that's cool then. So it seemed like you knew since you was a teenager, this is what you had wanted to do, because you was
Absolutely.
exposed to it for most of your life.
Absolutely.
Okay, nice. And then, do you remember the name of the first rap song that you wrote?
The first rap song that I wrote. Because it was like when I was first doing it, I was just kicking verses. Because I was like with a crew, like it was me and my guys. So we all we all would have our own verse into the song. So we never really titled it. We just was going around flowing. and like freestyling. That was always a big thing. I've always been able to do that, like real freestyling, like all straight off the top of the dome. None of that I was pre-written. Like, they say on
Hmm.
97 and all that stuff, they be like, yeah, kick with freestyles, but they not really freestyles. They call freestyling. I learned that from going to New York a lot. They call freestyling what we call brainstorming. They freestyling is just spitting a whole bunch of different topics, even though it be written stuff. To us, freestyling is straight up coming off the dome. So we used to go around and just do that a lot. And even today, my lyrics, like most of the stuff that I make, is in the car. So I'm not writing it, I'm thinking it, and it just is sticking in my head. Although eventually I speak it on a recorder or whatever, because I just want to keep it, and that's how I transpose and get my copyrights and stuff like that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and I like your system too. Yeah, because it's like you have to stay like organized with this too, and then whatever thought comes to your head, you just got to write it down.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, because that's what I do too as an artist myself. I mean, whatever idea I come up with, I just go ahead and write it down, and then so that way I could just always keep it with me, so I don't forget either.
Mhm.
Okay, so now you said you did some shows growing up as a kid.
Oh yeah, well that was oratory competition. So those were
Okay.
speeches. Like I was saying, Frederick Douglass speech, I have a dream speech, or speeches against competing against the college kids in oratory. Like it's not the debate team, it's the oratory,
Okay.
but it was that type of stuff. As far as the shows I did, I didn't do shows, actual shows, until I got older. Like
Got.
in high school, I did a lot of talent shows.
Uh, that's what I was
Once
about
I
to
got
ask.
out of high school, I was doing stuff like the Elbow Room, the Blue Note, all of those old Chicago clubs. Some of them not around no more. Cotton Club, all that type of stuff. I was all over the place doing stuff, and I actually was signed with I can't even remember their name. I was signed with a record. Fred Mineo was the president. It was the record
Okay.
label that Kid and Play and Salt and Pepper was on. I was signed with them
Okay.
back in the day, and we did a few things. And then a lot of stuff was me selling stuff out of my trunk. Like me and my people, we had a group called The Flux a while back in the day, and I think we sold like 10,000 CDs out the trunk of the car.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was on it.
Yeah, we was over there with the bean with the on 71st with the brothers with the bean pies. We was right with them.
And that's how you had to do it back then. You had to be able to pass your tapes out around and things like that. And you know what? Jay-Z did the same thing outside of record shops. He would just sell his tapes to get himself out there. Because I'm sure y'all didn't have social media back in those days, so you had to do what
Absolutely
you
not.
had
That's
to
what I've been
do.
telling the shorties today. Y'all don't even understand how easy y'all got it. It was straight up foot pounding and man, roll your window down. Check this out. It was real sales. Like you had to be out there hustling. It wasn't for the weak, that's for sure.
Exactly. 'Cause you have to be able to get people's attentions. You have to get record executives' attentions. You have to have tapes, nonstop tapes with you. And I'm sure recording the song was much different now than it is
Heck
back in the day
yeah.
than it is now.
What? Well, no, I'ma sing you my verse and none of that. You had to go there and record.
Is
And to try and make it from Chicago, you had to go other places. We didn't have nothing here back then. I like to get that record there. I had to go to New York and sit down with Fred Mineo and them. You had to go to LA. You had to go,
mm-hmm.
where the places was. And it
You
wasn't in Chicago back in
right.
the day for sure.
Yeah, you had to work. It wasn't no Zoom meetings, none of that stuff.
Nah, it wasn't no Zooms. I'll be right there in your face with the mic, like, yeah.
Yeah, that's how you got to do it. And that's just called hard work. The hard work pays off. Now, did you do any battle rapping growing up?
Oh yeah, it was a place that it was called the Underground, and
Okay.
if you know, you know. The Underground was on 99th, and is that State? I think it was 99th and State. And
Okay.
man, rappers was coming from all over the place for that. Some old school rappers like the Navigators, the just a bunch of people. People came from all over. Actually, some of the Killer Bees came from New York. People was coming from Canada. It was every Friday and Saturday night. It was on up in there. It was old school. It was a turntable. It was the tape
Oh
and
yeah, they
all
had.
like that,
Uh,
playing the beat, and you just grabbing it. If sometimes we had a mic, sometimes we wouldn't have the mic, but it'd be a cipher, and you'll be on there, rapping. Some good people came from there too. My man, the Beast. I'm trying to remember what his real name was. I
Mm-hmm.
forgot, but he done made a whole bunch of beats for a lot of people. He actually got a platinum plaque that he just got from making some beats for. I think he had made something for Kendrick, if I'm not mistaken. But
Okay.
there's a lot of people that came from down there to do big things.
Okay. Well, that's cool then. That's cool. Now, how many battles did you participate in, if you remember, and how many did you win?
I won. I can't remember losing ever, but I was in hundreds of battles.
Wow.
Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds
So
of
you.
battles, because all through high school and then all through college and then all through after that, because everybody, for some reason, everybody that looked at me like, they like, yeah, you just a cool dude. This dude don't look like he got no flow or nothing like that. They would always think that because my rapping voice is different than my speaking voice. My rapping
Hmm.
voice is different. Let me just
Right.
say that.
Yeah, you got vibes with it basically. Yeah, well, that's cool. That's cool. Now, how did your family feel about you becoming an MC?
My mom was cool with it.
Uh-huh.
She liked the aspect of poetry. She just didn't want me to be talking no crazy stuff. That was
Right.
always her thing. She didn't want me to be disrespecting women and doing all of this type of stuff. But they wanted me to do like every parent want their kid to do, go to college and do whoop-de-woo. Like, yeah, you can, that's your side thing, the dream or whatever, but make sure you go to school and take care of that and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's cool because I guess they just wanted you to have a backup plan.
Absolutely.
And then that's what you have to have in order to make your dreams come true. You got to have something to back it up too.
You
So
do.
I definitely
That's
understand what she was saying. Yep. And then too, what were some of the challenges that you faced becoming an MC in your early days?
Well, being from Chicago, one, because it wasn't no originally before Kanye and Common, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't really hardly no, it was just the underground circuit. And
Okay.
people wasn't checking for Chicago like they really like you would think, because we always said that back in the day, like this is crazy. We the third largest market in the United States.
Hmm.
Why wouldn't we be next? You know what I'm saying? You got New York, you got LA, and then here come Atlanta and Texas
Hmm.
and everybody else. We like, what the hell is going on? You know what I'm saying, with the Chicago, because it wasn't like we didn't have talent. We had hella talent.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, like it's a lot of legendary rappers. I mean, you got Twister, of course, like you just said, you got Kanye, and then you got Common, all those rappers. I mean, it's a lot of
Yeah,
talent out here.
absolutely.
Yeah. And now
They
what are
coming
some of
back. I heard that Do or Die just dropped a new project too.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of people still around.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's today with being the MC. Social media has gotten better now. Well, technology has gotten better, and I know you have like that old school, flow about yourself. So, what are the challenges you may face today?
Well, challenges today is just being up on everything that's IT. You know what
Right.
I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
Being up on everything the streams, because it's different. It ain't the selling the actual CD or the tape and all of that. Although I'm doing my website now when I drop the album, because this is the EP. The album is coming in a couple of months. It's gonna be 12 more songs added to it for the whole album. But when I get the album, I'm gonna have vinyl for sale, because vinyl is making the comeback, and a
Yep.
lot of DJs have requested some vinyl or whatever, so I'm going to do that. But the biggest difference or the biggest challenge is getting that together, getting heard, because there's so much stuff on social media, and nowadays people's interest or attention span rather is so short that you got to catch them right then, and if you don't, they gone. They scrolling to the next thing. They looking at whatever else. They didn't totally forgot about you. So
So
it's
true.
it's carving your route out and getting that attention in today's market. Plus, the name of the game today is streams, really, and you really don't get paid a lot off of streams. You got to have millions and millions and millions of streams to really be making money. So you got to parlay it into something else. You got to hope for some downloads, one, but you got to also do other stuff like merch, be out here selling merch, make sure you're doing your shows, you know what I'm saying? And getting, it's different avenues now, of course, YouTube money, TikTok, Instagram, all that type of stuff. It's a totally different game.
It is, though. It is. But then it is kind of a convenience too, as far as, putting your music out there. I mean, because I know I'm affiliated with DistroKid. Now, you affiliated with DistroKid?
Yep, that
Okay,
was my
yep.
people.
Yep, yeah, same here too. So I like the fact that DistroKid allows you to just upload your music and they put it everywhere for you rather than you doing it
Absolutely.
manually on each site. So
Man,
that's a blessing.
that's
With
awesome.
technology, it's making it a little bit easier to put your music out. But you are right, and you hit it on the money when you said low attention spans. Because if you
Yeah.
look at it with rap songs now, it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds or 2 minutes and 50 seconds. And
That's why I had to start shortening my songs
I
because
did.
I'll be coming with three, 4 verses. I'm like, oh no, they can't stand 3, 4 verses. I got to cut this to 2 and keep it
Yep.
2 verses so I can keep it at like 240, 250.
Yep, that's what I had to learn to do too. Because I think the longest song I've done so far was 3 minutes and 34 or 44 seconds. But it was a personal song about my mother, so that's why it
Mm,
was a little bit long. But my recent single I released, I was able to get 3 minutes and 6 seconds because of the intro. I had the
okay.
intro was gonna take a few seconds and go from there. But yeah, and it's 2 verses, so I had to learn how to do it too, how to shorten up because of the
Mm,
attention spans. And then also too, YouTube is convenient too, because they with DistroKid they could put your stuff on YouTube for you too.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I love that part about because I would hate to have to do that to
me,
download to each and everything. And that's another thing back in the day, you had to, man, please, it was hard to get a distributor. Like the record companies had a chokehold on the industry. If you got blackballed by a record label, you would be choked. Or you had to get to them and they had so many gatekeepers, you had to try and get through to get to the A&R and do this and do that. Now it's at the point where if you can make it happen, you can make it happen without none of their help, and you can make a nice amount of money, and the whole world don't have to know you. You know what I'm saying? You could be like,
correct. Yeah, because there's a lot of successful underground indie rappers out here. I mean, but the only thing with indie is you got to really work though. And I think I was telling a previous guest of mine that was an artist too. It's like with being indie, it's a lot of pros, but it is a few cons because you got to really work and put in the work to really put yourself out there. But anything is possible as long as you put your mind to it though. And then
absolutely,
the good thing is you pretty much own all of your music once you indie.
absolutely.
So yeah, that's the blessing behind it. So now I want to get into legendary. Now you said with legendary, that's an EP, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep,
Uh,
that's the
uh,
EP.
got you. So now, what inspired that EP?
Well, I have been working with my guy. He my business partner. His name is Dink. He a DJ,
Oh,
DJ Dink. And we have been working together for years. We had done some stuff back like, man, like 15 years ago. We was with this
mm-hmm.
label called Beg, Borrow, Steal. It was a label out of Gary, Indiana. And on this label, we literally had like about 70 artists. It was like 70 artists. We had like 3,000 songs. It was ridiculous.
Wow,
Like
wow,
we really, and they was, man, them songs was so ahead of their time. But a whole bunch of stuff transpired, and that the building burned down, the songs got destroyed, and all types of stuff.
wow.
It was a whole big giant issue. But yeah, me and him have been working since then, and we just been dabbling ever since then, still making music, because like I said, I just couldn't help making the music. Finally, till we came to the point where we was like, man, let's go ahead and put some more stuff out. It's time for us to go ahead and do something else again, because it's like I'm recording. It ain't like I'm gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? So I might as
Is
well go ahead and put it out so the world can hear.
exactly, and then he did a phenomenal job. Well, both of y'all did a phenomenal job of putting that project out. The beats was well made. I mean, the flow was real nice. Everything it was really nice. And then
Appreciate.
yeah, no problem. And then what makes this EP significant?
Well, I call it legendary because it's legendary to me. I'm, he like to say I'm the greatest rapper nobody never heard of,
Right.
which is like the whole world. But I was known in my sectors, and I'm known in Chicago from certain sectors or whatever, but he talking about like worldwide, like really known. He like, man, you the greatest rapper nobody never heard of, and I'm like, yeah, that's true. I'm legendary, legendary.
Okay.
And so we just came up with that title from there.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Then that's cool. And then how long did it take for you all to put that together?
Um, well, we have been making songs. I like some of them songs like that. Take Money. I had already made that. And so
Uh-huh.
I was like, I'm adding this to, I got like a bunch of songs, like a whole catalog that I haven't released. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take that one right there. I like that. Then he made Sugar Free. Take Money is actually made by a producer named Ace. He
Okay.
made that one, and then my guy Dink made Sugar Free. Then I had laid that, and then Dink and his cousin G Clever, that's a female. They made I Don't Care.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And so I Don't Care was the last song that was made off the EP.
Hmm.
Actually, she live in Texas now. She had came up here and I heard that beat. I was like, damn, that beat is dope. And then she was like, you want it? And I was like, hell yeah, I want it. Dick had did some stuff to it. I was like, hell yeah, I want it. And then she was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Let me know when you finish it or whatever, you ready to record it. I was like, cool. I was driving from they was on 47th and Drexel. I was driving from 47th and Drexel to Linwood to my house. And when I got to my
Hmm.
house, I was like, it's done. I can record it tomorrow. I'm gonna come through tomorrow and record it. So that's how
Yep.
I did it. I just,
Yep.
like I said, the lyrics come in my head and that just be it. But the beat really tells me where to go. So that beat was so smooth and so cold. Dropping the lyrics wasn't no problem. It just popped in
Uh-uh.
my head, and I just came back the next day and laid it.
Yeah, and it was perfect too. Perfect theme for that beat too. I mean, because it's like you basically having a good time with the person you really want to be with. And that's what, I like about the song. It's real positive and it was real groovy. And then when the beat first came on, that's when I knew it was gonna be a hit.
Yeah, I love that beat. It make me feel like summertime. It make me feel
Yeah.
like vacation. You know what I'm saying? That's why I start off. Let's go somewhere with nice palm trees
It,
and nice calm breeze and ice blue seas, because it make me feel like I'm in Jamaica with the person I want to be
yeah.
in Jamaica with, and we kicking it like yeah.
Yeah, yeah, a real cool song. Now, have you thought about dropping a music video for that?
Absolutely. We're doing a music video in the next couple of weeks, actually.
Okay.
Within the next 2 to 3 weeks, we'll be dropping the video for it. And we're gonna have a challenge in the next couple of weeks. We're doing the Steppers Challenge, the I Don't Care Steppers Challenge.
Oh, okay, okay. That's gonna be nice then. So I'm sure you're gonna go on IG Live with that too.
Absolutely. And we're gonna
Yep.
have some of the coldest steppers, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have some steppers in the video, and then we're expecting the color. We're gonna kick it off with somebody with some cold steppers, and then they're gonna take it down the line. And we expect, especially Chicago, to rep, you know what I'm saying? Gotta
Mm-hmm.
rep and keep on going with it.
Okay, yeah, that'd be cool. And I'm sure you're gonna do a video for Sugar Free and Take Money too.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. And and you know what? That's the fun part about the singles. It's like when you finally get to put a video out with the single. It's like you really putting that out to life. And then it's
Yeah.
like it don't even matter how long it takes, as long as you putting out a message and then you having fun with putting everything together. That's what I like about videos.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna run with these three singles for a few months, and
Yeah.
then probably in about the next 3, 4 months, somewhere like that, then I'll be dropping the rest of the songs, the other 12 songs, because I'm still recording some of them. I mean, I got enough to drop like 2 or 3 albums, really, but I'm taking
Okay.
some that I got and I'm creating some new stuff too.
Yeah, that's how you do it too. Just do little by little, and then you just go ahead and it's kind of like an appetizer. Put the appetizer out first, and then you go ahead with that entree.
Hmm.
And that's how you do it. So now, any future collabs that you would like to work with?
Man, I like to work with a lot of people.
Uh huh.
Like it's if you're talking about anybody in the industry, or you talking
Oh,
about Chicago specific.
oh, it could be anybody in general.
Dude, I love to do something with J. Cole. I
Okay.
love to do something with J. Cole. I love to do something with Benny the Butcher or Conway. I love to do something with Common, Twister, anybody that's dope, really. I like to do something with it. I really, actually, now that you say that, you. I'm doing the remix for that for I Don't Care.
Oh, okay.
And I want a female on I Don't Care, actually.
Okay.
I was
Uh,
just telling Dink that because he was like, yeah, we're gonna do a remix of this after we ride it for a minute and put the video out and whatnot. And I was like, you know what? And he actually one of his guys, his girl's son actually dropped something to it and it was dope.
uh-huh.
It was dope. And I was like, man, that's dope. I would love to work with him and do something. I was like, but for this song, I want a female because it's like I'm talking to a female. You know what I'm saying? I want the female to come back to me and be like, yeah, we tight. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, give her a rendition or whatever.
Okay. Hey, I'm definitely interested though. Yeah.
Man,
It
I'm like, hold on, because I ain't know that you was an MC too. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Because I was thinking, like, who the heck? I don't know no females off the top of my head that can rap. I was thinking, like, I'm going to have to write something for somebody or something like that.
hey, I could come up with something. I could come up with something anytime. That's an honor. Nobody. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm all
Absolutely.
for it though. I'm all
Y'all heard it here first. Y'all heard it here first.
yeah, I'm all for it. I really appreciate it too. Yeah,
For sure.
definitely,
We're going to get
because
that
that's
done.
actually a dream of mine too. I want to work with other artists as well, no matter where they from. Chicago, that's indie, that's signed to a label. It don't even matter. Let's make some magic happen.
Let's make it happen.
That's it. That's it. So, any show or tour dates in the future you would like to share?
Nothing yet, but I'm working on all of that stuff. As you know, being an indie artist, you're the everything. So right
Oh,
now, my main function is like I'm gonna get this website together. I'm gonna get because I got a lot of merch too, like T-shirts for Legendary, Live Legendary, and
mm-hmm.
like legendary comments. Like it says, bars make you a legend, truth makes you legendary. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I got the legendary series on the t-shirts, and then I got GAM t-shirts, and I got all types of stuff. So getting the website together to get the merch out and get everything, and then still dealing with these streams on the
I
Spotify
know.
artists and going back
Yeah,
and forth with the TikTok and Instagram. It's a lot when it's just you. Like you
that's
need a
true.
whole social media department, really.
Exactly. But now you doing good. I saw your streams on Spotify. You doing well though so far. And then it's just the process with this though. You know, it's nothing. It's not going to come overnight. It's going to come eventually. It's just the process.
Absolutely. And then it's a lot of thing that's good is about today is it's a lot of tools to help.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on using song tools and
Yep.
they is getting my stuff placed on a lot of what's the names on a lot of playlists.
Yeah. Song tools is very useful. I've used it before too, and it's good for marketing and putting yourself out there. Now, are you affiliated with Reverb Nation?
I am not affiliated with Reverb Nation. What do they do?
So basically, they help you build up your fan base. So
Okay.
once you put all of your music, your tracks on there, you can put your music videos on there, and anything you're doing in the future, whether it's a show or album release, you could put that out there, and then whatever you have on your site, people can visit your site, whether they artists or regular people, and if they like it, they become a fan of yours. And then what they
Okay.
do is it's just basically help promote your music, and also they have opportunities on there. Like if you want to do shows, if you want to get signed to a label, if you want your songs to appear on somebody's podcast, or if
Mhm.
you want to do a radio show interview, they have things like that. So I would definitely encourage any artist to get on with Reverb Nation.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check them out because the
Yep.
website I was building was through what's the name, Bandzoogle.
Yep, I have bands. So yep, definitely recommend that. It's only I'm sure $15 a month, but it's really good though to put your
Yeah.
shows on there. If anybody want to buy tickets, if you could, people could buy your music from there, all of that. So that's good to have.
Right. And I got a lot of stuff going on. Actually, I do. Like I said, I'm super multifaceted, but it all ties into who I am and how I am. Like I do a lot of stuff with manifestation and meditation and all of that, and it ties in with the lyrics. You know what I mean? Like daily morning manifestations. I got this thing that I'm releasing called Verse Vault. and the verse vault is like a morning manifestation ritual, if you will, like saying, but it's like
Uh-huh.
in rap form over meditation type music. You know what I'm saying? So get your morning meditation on. It's a midday one. It's the evening. Like all of that stuff ties into me. I'm heavily into manifestation, into meditation, chakras, and all that type of stuff.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. It's all about, expanding your horizon, though. Really getting yourself out there. Yeah, but definitely I will send you that information about Reverb Nation. It's really good to have. Cause I know you
Definitely do
said,
that.
oh yeah, no problem. Cause I know you said earlier that you was signed with a label. Now how long were you signed with them for?
I was signed with them for, I think I was with them for a year and a half, 2 years. Basically, what they was doing was like we got money for going to the studio, and we did a few shows, but it wasn't nowhere near the money that we really was supposed to get. And basically, what they was doing was using us as a tax write-off. They had put all their money into Kid and Play and into Salt and Pepper. So they was like, yeah, we'll take them on. And they was basically back then, record labels assign acts and do a little something with them. You know what I'm saying? Put their music out in just small places and not nationally, to use that as a tax write-off to have some money for their bigger artists. So we got caught up into that.
Okay, guy. And it sounded like this was at around the time that House Party was real hot. Was that
Yeah.
around?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It was way back in the day when they was banging. So yeah, it wasn't nothing where they was not happening. It was the tall fade Kid and Play.
yeah,
The
yeah.
high top fade.
Yeah,
Right.
I wasn't, but I wasn't even born during that era. I just saw the movie since I got older.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay. And now, how many cities did you perform at when you were signed with this label?
What we did North Carolina, South. We did the like down south, North Carolina, South Carolina. I think we was in Atlanta, went to Florida, a bunch of stuff in Chicago, but it was like limited. They didn't give us budget access to do everywhere and go everywhere. And I didn't that experience taught me to like this is so much better being indie.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have no idea how it was back then because they'll control you and control your music. I was glad actually that it wasn't completely nationwide because the music we was doing, I ain't even like.
Right. Oh, wow.
It wasn't even me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't my style or none of that. People was like, "Yeah, that's cold," but I was like, "Man, I don't like that shit at all."
Wow.
But
Mm.
they was like, "This is what you need to do," because back then the key word was commercial, and
Yeah.
that was like the sin word to say back then. You know what I'm saying? It was like you was cursing if you said commercial, like commercial, ugh. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's all they was pounding back in the day. Commercial, be like Hammer, be like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, be
What's
like
gonna sell?
Hammer.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to be like no goddamn Hammer. It's like I'm not Hammer. I don't do that type of shit.
With the pants, baggy pants, dancing side to side. I already.
Right, and just watered down ass lyrics like the there. I was way ahead of my time as far as lyricism go.
Mm-hmm.
You
This
know,
ain't nobody got
yeah.
time.
And they was like, "Yeah, we need you to be commercial," and I was like, But I went on ahead and did it because I was like, "Hey, forget it. This is what it is." I guess until
Right.
in my mind, I was always like, "I ride with them," and then once I get the exposure, I'll be like, "Fuck y'all," and I go off and do what I want to do.
And that's what you end up doing after a year and a half.
Yeah, after a year and a half, I was out of there because I was like, "Y'all ain't doing nothing but using us for a tax write-off."
Right.
So
Exactly. It ain't.
then right.
It's
So it wasn't nothing. So I still was making music. I wasn't really doing too much with it at that time for a minute because that was really discouraging. And then some years passed because all the time I'm never stopping making music because I just don't have a choice in the fact of making music because I can't stop the lyrics in my head. It's like some type of psycho stuff. The minute that I hear beats, then here come paragraphs just flooding my mind, even when I want to turn it off. So all the time I'm making music. And then I got with the guys from the underground and we formed
yeah.
that. We had the guys, they was called the Head Shrinkers and we was called the Flux. And then we got pressed up them CDs and we was out there hustling them boys.
Yep, that's it. Y'all, hey, y'all did what y'all had to do to make it happen, and you did. And thankfully now it's like you could be independent. Because imagine if you couldn't have been independent back then,
That's
man.
what I'll be telling them. If we had that stuff back then, oh no, it'd be a whole different world. It wouldn't. I probably wouldn't even be here right now. I'd be in Jamaica somewhere just chilling.
True, yeah, yeah, but anything is possible still because you already because you're seasoned basically. You're a seasoned veteran, so you already know what it takes.
Man, I'm super seasoned like that. That paprika got that good paprika and
Right,
that
yeah.
Lowry's got that Lowry's up on me, little jerky,
Yeah,
little all that.
yeah, you good, you good. And then what were some of your favorite cities to perform at?
Well, I always love the crib because ain't nothing like the Chicago audience to me. But
Oh
South
yeah.
Carolina was cool because they really came out. You know what I'm saying? Little cities like that, like Orange County, South Carolina, and shit like that, they really come out because they ain't got nothing else to do. So they be
Mm-hmm.
like, man, we out here. You know what I'm saying? And they really into it. Little places that don't have a lot going on is really into music and whatever else is coming to their city because don't a lot come to their city.
Is that's true, yeah, yeah. But that was good though that you just basically did your thing, and then it's like you got a huge round of applause or standing ovation for what you did, and the artist did too. Yeah, so
Absolutely.
that's cool. That's cool. Now, are you gonna eventually get into any producing?
You know what? I always say that to my friend now. I'm like, it is a goddamn shame that all this time I've been in the music, I haven't produced nothing and I don't do no beats. And I done had all I went to full sail. You ever heard of Full Sail?
No. What?
Full Sail University is in Kissimmee. It's
Oh
still
yeah, got you. Yep, I know now. Okay, got you.
right. When I went there, they sent you the free MacBook and they sent you all the software and everything like that. I took that and took it to the studio. That's the time I was working with the guys in Gary. So I had all the newest Pro Tools. I had the newest everything. And instead of me learning that, I always shoved it off to them and was like, y'all make the beats. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna stick with the lyrics because
Exactly.
it always seemed to me seem like it was boring making the beats because they was taking so long. I'd be like, oh my God, y'all take so long to make the tracks. It's like I don't want to do that. So in my mind, I was like, I always didn't want to do that, but now I wish that I had been doing that. You know, ain't nothing like
Mm,
not having to wait on nobody, being able to just produce your whole thing and record the whole thing and do it all yourself without
exactly.
having to wait on anybody else. But
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
is something that I am gonna get to. I definitely am gonna get to the beats because I know what sound good and I've been around music long enough. It's just gonna be the fact of just learning the mechanics of it.
Oh, and you'll get it too, because I know when I first started making beats, and I still use Serato Studios to this day. That's what I was using to help me come up with the with the beats, and then also you got to understand the keys too, and then
Mhm.
like the major and minor, I had to learn how to do all of that stuff. So it's a lot of YouTube videos that educate you about that. So you should be able to get it, and then you could get one of the beat pads too. I think it's a Nakai, that's what they call it, to make your beats and
Mhm.
stuff on. You can do that. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff in there. Some people use Ableton. Some people use you can make stuff on FL Studio, but it seemed like with Serato, it was easier for me because it was easier for me to put it in the sequence.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely though. That definitely I would look into Serato Studios, FL Studio. It's a lot of information on that stuff. Because it is good to be able to produce your stuff so you don't have to wait on no one. And so
Man.
that way, whenever you got an idea, you could be cooking up a beat right now. You'd be like, man, that sounds good. Let me start writing some stuff down. And then right there, and you never know, that could turn into a full album within a month. You never know.
I know I do. I am gonna get to that because man, you have no idea how that's been one of my biggest frustrations.
Yeah.
Waiting around and making like, okay, we're gonna studio time this, we're gonna oh something came up. Oh, I gotta do this, this, all that. Be like,
Right. Now that's throwing you off because you may have a set time or a set date you want to release your EP or album. Now you can't do it now because you got to wait on the
right.
beat.
Plus
Yes.
I had all that feeling and emotion. I was ready.
Right. I know. Now you got to slow down. It's like that adrenaline just goes away. But then the reason why it might take a little bit while to make beats because they want to make sure it's right and it don't sound off either. That's the thing.
Right, that's true. But I'll be like, make the beat before I come. I'm like one take Jake. Like my whole
Hmm.
thing is, especially when you paying for it. But most of the time I'm in the studio because we got our own studio, so I don't have to pay for it, right? But I'm
Yep.
still not with the long. I done been in studios and people just not writing their lyrics in the studio in a paid for studio. Like, bruh. You should have did that a long time ago. They taking 50 million trillion takes to say it. They getting drunk as hell. They like, blah, blah, blah. Like, bruh, come on now. I like to take. I always tell a producer, give me the beat. Let me make love to the beat. So during the week, I'm driving around. I'm listening to the beat. I'm coming up with it. When we record it that Friday, Saturday, I'm ready because I done made love to the beat. I done said it a
Yep.
million. Repetition is the mother of mastery. So every time I done said all of these verses at least 150 times. So
It's
I'm ready. I got my inflections ready. I know where I'm doing whatever. So when I come in, I just want to go. But sometimes I come in and they turning knobs and they over here, they hooking up wires. I don't know why this sound like this. Oh, hold
uh,
it. Can you record it again? I ain't get that. I hate that. That's the one I hate the most. I ain't get it.
you managed.
Like, bruh, I just said it cold as hell. It ain't gonna get no colder than that. And you didn't get it?
Oh, that is frustrating. And you know what? That's wasting your money because they already charging you probably an arm and a leg for each hour, and you can't
Now
even get
see,
that
this
hour
the
back.
free studio, so I can't complain too
Oh,
much.
okay, good. I'm
But
finna
it's
say.
still wasting my time and it's still irritating because I'm like, man, that was legendary right there. That was platinum. I'm looking like, yeah. And then you're like, oh, I wasn't even recording it.
So what you? Yeah, see, right there, I would just leave and go somewhere else. Because ain't nobody
Like,
got
what?
time for that. It's like
I
don't
know.
don't don't do that. And then so if you're not, and then if they're not professional, they don't need to be in business.
True, but see, that's the gift and the curse. Most of the
Yep.
time, when I go to a studio and I pay for it, they on point because you paid for it, so they ain't chilling. The other times when I'm going to the free studio, my man's studio or something like that, he chilling. You know what I'm saying? Because he like, yeah, we just kicking it. You know what I'm saying? We might smoke a little something. We talking. I'm like, all right, let's. You know what I'm saying?
Are you ready?
Right. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, that can be crazy though. And that's another pro too. It's good to have your own studio too. If
Yeah,
you
we got me and Dake got our own studio. But that'd be some of the thing. I'll be coming over there and he'd be like, oh, he'd be one of the main culprits, my man's. Ah, my fault. I ain't get that first verse. Do that again. Like, bruh.
um, wow, and then that means you got to stay longer, and then that means you got to try to do it the best way you can the first time.
I know. But the
Yeah,
good thing is I done said it 150 times, so I can say it exactly the same. Like
exactly. Yep.
exactly the same.
And it's like the more you record it, the more you get comfortable with it too. So it's like you
Right.
get very comfortable with it.
Right. So that be a plus because sometimes you come off and just say it that first time and it'd be like, wow. But a lot of times, even if you said it a whole lot, just being in front of the mic, now this is a different atmosphere because I was saying it in the car. So now it's
Hmm.
different. So now my body got to get used to my energy, got to transpose to the surroundings. So maybe I might say it 2 or 3 times just to get it exactly like I want it.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. That's what it's all about. See, and that's one thing a lot of people have to understand. It takes a lot to record a song. You just got to make sure everything sounds right, and then you may have to punch in some stuff, and then you just got to make sure the hook is the way you want it to, the main part of the song. So yeah, it's a process.
Absolutely. I don't do no punching in though.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of hard because it might not sound the same.
Yeah, because my voice is especially when I do raps like with lyricism, my voice is so powerful. Like we got a super P blocker on the microphone because if we don't, mine's is doing all types of super crazy on the levels. So punching in is kind of like, Like I do, of course I'm doing behind tracks like overdubs and stuff like that and ad libs. But to punch in, I generally, unless it's something that's so hard to say that it's just gonna take two breaths, I like to just try and roll through the whole verse so
There
I
you
can
go.
keep it at that same level of energy.
Exactly. And that's the best way to do it too. And you got some people that's real good. They could just go ahead and punch one line up in there, whatnot, or one word up in there. But yeah, it's just all about sounding authentic too.
Yeah, because sometimes if you're doing a lot of punching in, then my question be like, well, how you gonna sound in concert? Ain't no punching in, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You got to rip
Yeah.
that all off. So if you got the breath to rip it all off,
Then hey, you go for it. Because that's part of being the MC too. You got to be able to breathe real good. And I had to learn that during my journey too. You got to breathe.
you definitely got to breathe. You be done passed out.
Right. I know. Yeah. Yeah. You don't want that either.
No,
Yeah. Because I
no,
don't think them studios have insurance like that if something happened to you.
right. You definitely don't want it on stage. Be like, I done passed out in front of these people.
Okay, yeah, and
Especially
and some,
nowadays, they'll have you all on all the platforms. You passing out, everybody be laughing at you.
yeah, oh yeah, they will, and then that's embarrassing too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So now, any advice you would give to anyone that wants to pursue a career as a hip hop artist?
Man, just do it, persistence, and master it, and do it over and over again. Because, like I said, repetition is the mother of mastery. I learned that in several different disciplines of everything. Just side note, I'm a third degree black belt in Taekwondo, and I was
Okay.
teaching Taekwondo. I was teaching it for a minute, but like I had the kicks. That's the instance. I had to throw each one of these kicks that I learned. I've thrown over 1,000 times. It's the mother, repetition is the mother of mastery. So that goes with anything. Anything that you repeat constantly, you will eventually master, whether it be good or bad. So, like one of the proverbs that we have in the martial arts is never, the warrior should never speak down upon itself because the inside warrior knows not the difference. Meaning, your subconscious does not know what's real and what's fake. So you should never speak bad about yourself because if you do, your subconscious, your brain takes it as law. You see what I'm saying? If you be like, I'm
Hmm.
stupid, your brain be like, oh, okay, we stupid. Cool. You know what I'm saying? That goes with
Yeah.
positive things and good things. So you should always do good things in repetition and
Mm.
learn and speak yourself up at all times. Speak yourself up, feel good about yourself, think good thoughts, and all of that, and just keep on working. And if you keep on doing it, it'll eventually happen. The timeline to come to where you need to be for you to get to where you want to be.
Exactly. It's just all about creating good habits.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then being persistent, and then too being able to take criticism respectfully and not take it as an insult too.
Yep.
Yeah, because you got some people they not good with that, but in order to succeed in this business, you got to be good with criticism.
Yeah, I still, even like if it's people in the studio, even after doing it for this long, I always be like, how did that sound to you? Like, did you feel that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because I can feel it all day. If it's not reaching to the people, then and sometimes somebody be like, you probably need to say that a little bit again with some more. I don't be like, oh, how dare you say you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, all right, let's run it.
exactly. Yep, yep. And that's what it's all about too. It's all about bettering yourself too. Don't take nothing personal. Because along with my journey too as an artist, I've been, dealing with, of course, criticism, getting the feedback, and I appreciate it too. Because what it's going to do is going to help me become better at my craft too.
Absolutely.
It ain't about insulting or doubting you or nothing. It's just to make you better though. That they said
Absolutely.
put more energy into this. Now I know next time to go ahead and put more energy into it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Yep. So now we're gonna have some fun. Now we're gonna play which album do you like better? So I'm gonna name an artist and I'm gonna name three of their albums, and you'll just tell me which album that you like better.
Okay.
So we're gonna start off with Ice Cube. So would you say America's Most Wanted, Death Certificate, or The Predator was your favorite album?
All three of them was awesome.
Hmm.
Probably America's Most. I think America's Most, because wasn't that was when he was really distinguishing himself from NWA and was
Yep.
like, I'm here, you know what I'm saying? I'm Ice Cube, goddamn it. It's me, not these other niggas.
Exactly. Yep. Yep. Because I just saw an interview about it today, and I was actually listening to some of the album myself. It was real. It was real fire. You
Yeah,
know, you could tell that he was ready to just be his own person. You know, he didn't
right,
want to just be known as Ice Cube with NWA. He wanted to just be Ice Cube, the solo hip hop artist too.
right.
And,
Plus, he was
and he
writing a
did it.
lot of that stuff and he wasn't getting paid properly for it. He was like, shit, let me get out here on my own and get my money.
Yeah, because it said it in that movie Straight Outta Compton when he had gotten into it with one of the record producers and he had destroyed the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they was playing him, and he just said it. I just go off and be solo.
Right. He was playing with his
Yeah,
money.
yeah. And then a lot of respect to him too because he eventually got into acting. He came up with his own studio. I want to say it was called Cube Studios.
Hmm. See, that's what you got to do in any
Yep.
business. You got to diversify and spread
Mm,
it out. Because just in case something else ain't coming through, this other streaming income will be coming through. And
that's
once you
it.
get known into the once the popularity come with the music, now you everywhere. Like like Snoop Dogg. Shit, Snoop Dogg be everywhere because his
Hmm.
name is his name. So he can make music still. He can be on weed products. He could be selling grills. He could be with Martha Stewart. He got streams of income coming from everywhere.
Hmm. Yeah, and then he a smart man, so and that's what it's all about. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. You want to just branch out and do everything else. You know, don't just
Absolutely.
limit yourself to one thing. You know, it's okay to have one passion, but also venture into other passions too that you may have.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but okay. So you said America's Most Wanted. What's the album for you?
Yep.
Okay, okay. Now we're gonna Dr. Dre is next. So would you say The Chronic, The Aftermath, or 2001 was your favorite album?
I gotta go to Chronic, man.
I was listening to some of that too today too.
Man, the Chronic, because the Chronic was when Snoop Dogg was so raw on the Chronic. And then you
Mm-hmm.
had the rest of them, Daz and Corrupt. And you had I Rock Rough and stuff with Afro Puffs, Rage, had all of them together, and
Mm-hmm.
RBX and all that. Man, that
Yeah.
was a movement. That was a movement back then.
Yeah, and Nothing But a G Thing, that was one of my favorite songs off that album too. I remember when I was a kid, my uncle and my dad was watching that video. I'm like, what's this? I think I remember seeing cars going up and down. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I like this. And this is before
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg grew his hair. He had that box look at first.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I gotta say that was my favorite song off that album. So now with Tupac, would you say Tupacalypse Now, Me Against the World, or All Eyes on Me was your favorite album?
That's another hard one. Because Tupacalypse Now was the original Pac before he went to LA really. That's the strictly for my niggas and all that. And that
Mm-hmm.
was super dope. That's when he was more revolutionary as opposed to gangster.
Yeah, somebody was just saying, yeah. I had another artist on here saying the same thing about All Eyes on Me. They said that the album just really didn't fit him, and then he had chose Tupacalypse Now or Me Against the World was his album.
I like Me Against the World too. I like all three of them is really, but I would probably say Tupacalypse Now just because to me that's when he was his most authentic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. And I would have to say, when as I got older, when I started listening to his music, I would have it's still something about All Eyes on Me. I still like that album to me, you know.
I love that album.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then that was pretty much his major album he put out before he passed. So that's what makes it
Mhm.
significant. Yeah, Shorty Wanna Be a Thug. That's one of my favorite songs off that album.
Yeah. Which album was Hail Mary on?
Hail Mary. I want to say that was the Don
Okay.
Illuminati. Yeah, that one.
Because that was my song, Hail Mary, boy.
Yeah, I remember that they did the video too. But of
Yeah.
course, you know they had to do it in spirit for him.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then that was when Changes came out in '98 too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely. Yeah, he. I mean, a legend, hands down. And rest in peace to him too. So now we're gonna go with Snoop Dogg. So what you have to say, Doggy Style, The Dog Father, or The Last Meal was your favorite album?
What was the last one?
The last one was The Last Meal.
I probably would say Doggy Style.
Yeah, that was his debut.
Yeah, I would say Doggy Style. Other than his favorite album for me actually is this one he got out now.
Oh yeah, Missionary.
Yeah, that shit
Uh,
is dope.
I
The
ain't,
one
I haven't even heard.
with
Listen
Jelly
to it.
Roll and all them
Uh-huh.
and Tom Petty. Is that it? The one
I'm
I'm
not.
talking about, the one that he got out right now.
Yeah, that's got to be the one. Yeah.
Whatever, I can't remember the name of it, but the one he got out right now, where he got the song with Jelly Roll, he got a song with Tom Petty and some other like known different from different genres. That album is dope as fuck. And them videos is unfucking believable. Like the stuff they did with AI on the one where he talking about weed, the weed song.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that video?
I haven't seen it yet.
Man, go on YouTube and just, I can't remember the name of the song, but put in Snoop Dogg weed song or weed video. That video is fucking crazy.
Yeah, like
Crazy. The
I,
stuff they did with the AI, and he going from his life, from when he was a shorty up to now with weed. Like
hmm.
how weed was is his friend or his girl, and how he love her. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like I used to love her, but with weed,
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. Yeah,
it's
and
dope.
that's another beautiful thing about technology too. The video that's making your music videos look even better.
Yeah, that video is ridiculous though. That I know that video costs a mint because it's just
I'm
when you
sure.
see it, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's unbelievable. Like I haven't seen no video like that.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna definitely check that out. Yeah, because like I said, he's still doing this thing, still out here.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
actually doper than he was when he first started. See, that's another thing that I'll be telling people, and because some people got the misconcept that hip hop is just for shorties. But I'm like, that sounds ridiculous. It's
Mm-mm.
music, it's poetry, it's words that come from your soul. So this ain't football or basketball where you like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I got to step slower. I can't jump as high. My brain has gotten better. You know what I'm saying? I know way more than I ever knew. So with you knowing more than you know, you should be able to put words together better. You should have more topics to talk about. Cause people be blaming the shorties because they just talking about killing and chicks and whoop de woo.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's true. But you gotta understand some of them come from that's all that they saw. You can't speak on stuff you don't know about. So you got to take them out that situation and show them something else. If they only been on these 6 blocks and all they've been doing is serving dope and seeing killing, how they gonna rap about a happy life?
Because they don't know
And
what
that's
it's like.
all they've been
Yeah.
seeing.
And then that might be the only way they could positively talk about that experience too. Rather than acting out and doing it, they're gonna put it in music.
Right. This is therapy.
Exactly. That's all it is, though. That's why hip hop has evolved over the years, though. Starting from New York and now it's everywhere now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So then now the next artist I'm gonna talk about is Nas. So would you say Illmatic? It was really
Illmatic.
that I ain't even have to say no more. That was your album.
Illmatic, man. Illmatic was like, oh, because when he dropped Illmatic, it wasn't no MCs like that. The closest thing to that was the God MC, Rakim. You know what I'm saying? Because he was the first one that really
Mm-hmm.
came with putting real shit together that was like really dope and not just some old type of party or kicking it type shit, like some real shit, real mad.
Mm-hmm.
When Nas came with Illmatic, it was like, oh, wow, this dude.
Yeah, yeah, because I heard that album. I want to say I finally heard the full album. I want to say last month. It was real nice. Like The World Is Yours. That's one of my favorite songs off that album.
That one is dope, but it's always for me, Ill State of Mind.
Mm-hmm.
That one.
Yeah, and then he's still doing his thing. I want to say he just dropped the album about 2 years ago.
Yeah, he's still doing it because, like I said, he can still do it because you
Uh-huh.
should be able to still do it. If you was good, if this your gift and you actually got it, where you should be actually better than you were because now you know more stuff to talk about.
Exactly. Same thing with Busta Rhymes. He's still around. He said, I ain't never retiring from hip hop.
Hey,
And you can't want, like you said, once it's your passion, it's your passion.
true that.
Yeah, so now we're going to talk about Queen Latifah. Now we got to get into the female rappers now. So, would you say
Okay.
All Hail the Queen, Nature of a Sister, or Black Rain was your favorite album?
Mm, I like Black Rain,
Okay.
but sometimes, but like her too, the first one always be the one because it be the introduction to them. Something
Right.
about when you don't know who they are and then they come out, you be like, damn, that was dope. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? The other albums, you be expecting them to be dope. That first one, you be like, wow, that shit was dope.
Yep. Yeah, and
So
then she.
probably Black Wayne and 1A, All Hail the Queen.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Because I mean, she got a lot of props off them albums too. And at the time she was recording all that, she appeared in that movie Juice when she was that scene with Omar Epps.
Mhm.
I'm laughing at that part because it was that guy said, "What you mean you don't like my album?" She said it was trash. I didn't like it. Yeah, that was funny. And then with Omar Epps audition, she was like, "Yeah, I can tell you original. I like you."
Right,
Yeah, that was back in the day when you have to take that criticism. They tell you the truth. They ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing.
for sure.
Yeah. So the next artist we're gonna get into is Missy Elliott, which is one of my favorite female rappers. So would you say Super Duper Fly, Miss E, So Addictive, or Under Construction was your favorite album?
Super Duper Fly.
Oh yeah, that was that introduction. Yeah. I Can't Stand the Rain. That was the hit off that album.
Because they had never heard nobody, let alone a female, with that type of style. Like her
Mm-hmm.
style was so different and so original, and she could sing too. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, this is different.
Yeah, and then was writing a lot of songs for Aaliyah at the time, and then she was writing songs for different girl groups too. So yeah, Missy, she definitely, I mean, one of my inspirations to this day. She definitely paved the way.
Yeah,
But
she definitely
but
dope.
yeah, but I would have to say for me, Miss E So Addictive was my favorite album because you had that my favorite song on there, Get Your Freak On. I remember when I first saw the video, I'm like, man, this is crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, you had
yeah.
Eve making an appearance on there. It was crazy.
She did have crazy videos, and then
Hmm.
beats. Timberland was
Yeah.
the man back then.
Oh yeah, man, they made so much magic together.
They did.
Yeah. So now we're gonna go with Luda now. So would you say Back for the First Time, Chicken and Beer, or The Red Light District was your favorite album?
On that one, I think Chicken and Beer.
Okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
I think Chicken and Beer was my favorite album. I liked all his too. Everybody that you said, I liked all of their albums. But I
Mm-hmm.
think on that specific one, Chicken and Beer might be my favorite.
Yeah. See, I would have to say mine personally, it would have to be Release Therapy and Theater of the Mind. That would have to be my favorite albums with him. Yeah, yeah, because he'd had a lot of hits off that song too.
Yeah,
And
he
then of
did.
course with him, he eventually transitioned to music now. I mean, I'm sorry, to movies now. He in the
Right.
Fast and the Furious, and then he on the State Farm commercials too.
Right, but he got in that Fast and Furious. Once you get into a
Mm-hmm.
series like that, boy, it's a dynasty. He just like, yeah, I'm gonna sit back, collect these checks from this Fast and Furious, because that's that bread.
Yeah,
All
it is.
musicians tell you ain't nothing like that movie bread. That movie
Mm-hmm.
bread is the difference between movie bread and music bread.
That's true. Because anytime when Fast and Furious hit the box office, they already at over $1 million.
Yeah, and the movie bread is guaranteed. This is what you're getting paid. Here go these millions to run this. That music bread, you gotta get out there and be making it happen.
Exactly. And then you gotta look at them royalties too. When they come on TV, what you finna make?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. Yeah. Shout outs to Luda. Now we're gonna get into Jay-Z. Now, what you say, The Hard Knock Life, The Blueprint, or American Gangster was your favorite album?
Out of those three, um, I would probably say American Gangster. But I
Mm-hmm.
think my favorite album of his was what is that? What was the first one called?
Wait, not no, it wasn't Hard Knock Life. Let me see.
Was it Business as Usual?
I'm finna find out now. It was Reasonable Doubt.
Reasonable Doubt was my favorite one
Okay.
of him all time. But out of those three that you named, American Gangster.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. And then too, it seemed like all of the albums he put out always, they was always on point. And
Yeah.
I would have to say my favorite album personally, I like the Blueprint 3 because that album was real popular when I was in high school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
Blueprint was dope.
Yeah, he did his thing off them albums though. And of course, off the Hard Knock Life, of course, we already know what my favorite song is, Hard Knock Life.
Right.
Because that was pretty much like the post introduction to Jay-Z. He already showed you what he could do, a Reasonable Doubt. Now he letting you know what else he can do. He could turn like a little children's little play or movie into a rap song now.
Right. One thing for sure, he had access to some of the coldest beats ever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did. Yep. Yeah, because he started making beats when he was younger too, and then he just went ahead and got it and took the mic too. Yeah. So now we're gonna talk about Lil Wayne. So would you say the Carter 2, or the Carter 3 was your favorite album?
The Carters. I'm trying to think. Which one was A Million on?
Oh, that was off the Carter 3. That was my favorite album. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably that one.
Yeah, I like that. I like the Carter 3 too. And then I love that feature he had with Jay-Z too.
Yeah.
And this is at the point where he was getting Cash Money all together, getting all of his Cash Money artists together. So that's what makes this album significant. I think I was graduating from 8th grade when this album came out. And then also I like Mrs. Officer on there. Yeah, so he had a lot of hits off there, but A Milli would have to be my favorite one. Also, You Got Money, he did with T-Pain. That was a hot single he did off there.
It was.
Yeah, but definitely Mr. Carter. If I had to choose between those singles off the album, Mr. Carter would have to be one.
Mm-hmm.
You team up with Jay-Z, and both of y'all got the same last name. So I just thought it was a real dope single.
Yeah, that was dope.
Now, the last artist we're going to get into, he's actually your favorite artist, as you mentioned, J. Cole. So would you say Cold World, The Sideline Story, Born Sinner, or 2014 Forest Hills Drive was your favorite album?
I like them all.
Yeah.
But probably that last album, I think.
The last one?
Favorite. Yeah, the last one. Because I like them all. But on that first one, he did a lot of singing. Like, to me, which is cool, but it was like, I prefer him in the lyrical capacity of him being just cold and running with the words.
Yeah, I would have to say, me personally, Cold World was my favorite album, The Sideline Story, because that was when I first found out about J. Cole, and then when that single Can't Get Enough with Trey Songz dropped, I was already in. But then the first song I heard by him, which made me really grow on him, was Who Dat?
Yeah.
Yeah, once that song came out, I'm like, okay, cool. And then he started working with Miguel. Then he started working with so many other artists. So it seemed like Sideline Story would have to be my favorite album. Now, Born Sinner was cool, because if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if Cricket Smile was off that album.
I think Cricket Smile. See, that Cricket Smile, that was dope. And them type of songs was dope. But I just prefer him in the more lyrical capacity. Like, I love that song with him and Benny the Butcher. I forgot the name of it. But
yeah, I'm with you too.
That collab is dope as hell.
Yeah. Like I said, he doing his thing though. I mean, he is one of my favorite artists. I mean, hip hop artists, and then also K-Dot, Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, so them guys are doing their thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So now we're going to get into Kendrick Lamar. Let's see. So would you say your favorite album by him would be Good Kid, Mad City, Section .80, or would you say Damn was your favorite album?
Mad City.
Yeah, I like Mad. Yeah, a lot of lyrical stuff on there. Because when I first heard The Recipe, that's when I grew on him instantly. And then he had Swimming Pools, all those singles on there. So yeah, that was what made me become a fan of him. Yep, and then he came a long way too. It's like, from Cali, and then he got a chance to work with Dre.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, what
Shoot.
do you? Yeah. Now, what do you think about his Super Bowl performance from earlier this year? What did you think about it?
Hey, I thought it was cool. It
Uh
had
huh.
a lot of what do you call it, signs inside of it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was trying to dissect it, trying to say what he mean and all of this type of stuff, because he does that type of stuff, underlying, um giving you hints of what this mean, numbers adding up to be certain things and everything like that. And I thought it was good and funny. He dissed the shit out of Drake, and it was funny as hell to me, because
Mm-hmm.
you got somebody when they want to sue you and trying to stop you from performing. You know what I'm saying? Then you got in that ass. Ain't nothing that ain't never happened before in hip hop.
Uh-uh.
We battling and you done lost, and now you want to sue me because I done served you? Wow.
Yeah, I heard about that too. Drake was suing him after that. I mean, if you think about it, they not like us. It made a lot of money off the song. So of course, naturally, he feel like, okay, he talking all this stuff about me making money. I'm finna stop that.
Yeah, he feel a type of way, but that to me make you weak, because this is music. Just come
Mhm.
back. But you couldn't. He murdered you. Like, he murdered you bad. Look how they still be playing that song. That song is over a year. What is that? 2 years old? Year and a half?
Yeah, you said it right. Year and a half. Yeah.
Right. And they still be playing it. Like, if you hear it, you won't be like, man, turn that shit off. You're gonna be like, yeah, you might break out into a crip walk or something. He
Mm-hmm.
murdered that dude. You know what I'm saying? Murdered that. Then nobody, Meek Mills didn't try and sue you when you murdered him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you was like, you're getting bodied by a singing nigga, he wasn't like, I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna sue you.
Exactly.
He just
That's
tried
how.
to come back.
That's it. Kind of like with Pac and Biggie when they was going through that East Coast, West Coast stuff. When Pac drop hit him up, what you think Biggie came back with?
Right. He gonna come back. He's like, you're hard like Sasquatch feet. They're
Mm-hmm.
thundering all on the concrete. So they're gonna go back and forth. Ain't no, that's unheard of. I'm
Right.
going to sue you. Like, that is some weak ass shit to me. Like, you're talking about me, I'm gonna sue you. Wow. Really?
It's that. Yeah, you just have to come back though.
You just gotta come
Yeah,
back.
can't. Yeah, same thing with Remy Ma and Nicki Minaj. They had their little thing going on, but they just came back with one another in the music.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I go though. I mean, it can happen. You just got to know how to come back in the music.
There you go.
Yeah. So, is there anything else you would like to leave with the listeners?
Um, just I really show gratitude to everybody that's listening, that's streaming, that's downloading, because it's a privilege and it is an honor for me to make music and for somebody to want to listen to it. I definitely appreciate everybody. And if you haven't, go ahead and stream it and download it. It is the EP Legendary. The single is I Don't Care. Hey, listen to it, and it's on all platforms. Like we said before, it's with DistroKid, so it's everywhere. Wherever you get your music from, is there. If you want to hit me up on IG at Hollis, HOLLIS ROC, the number 7, Hollis Rock 7. On TikTok is just Hollis Rock. And remember, the rock is always without the K. It's ROC. I ain't say that at the beginning. When I first made the name, it's Hollis rhyming out of control. That's the ROC. Because everybody always want to throw the K at the end. If you're looking for me on Facebook, you can look at me on my fan page at Hollis Rock, or you can find me on my government name, Frederick Hollis.
Right. Yeah. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on today. I really appreciate it. And then, like he said, y'all check out that EP. It's real fire.
Thank you, and I appreciate you having me. Hey, and run me your information, because I'm going to need you on that remix of I Don't Care.
I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna definitely keep you posted on that, and definitely send you over my information. I'm definitely interested. I even appreciate you for even considering me.
Man, for sure, because I was talking to my guy, and he was like, man, because he let, like I said, he let his girl son put something on there, and it was dope. But I'm like, when have you heard two rappers be on the song and we talk about a girl? You know what I'm saying? I was like, eh. That's kind of weird because I'm talking to the girl. Why is he talking to some other girl? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
This
yeah.
person was dope. I was like, it's gonna be doper with me talking to the girl and then the girl talking to me. But he was like, oh man, where we gonna find a female rapper at though? We don't know none. Bang. This where we gonna find that.
Yep. Hey, and this and you just never know. You see what this led to, the interview, now a possible, now a collaboration now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And again, thank you so much.
Man, thank you.
No
I
problem.
can't wait to see what we cook up.
Oh yeah, we're gonna cook up a nice recipe. I can tell you that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, take care. Thank you so much again.
All right, thank you. Peace and
Yep.
love.
Yeah. Hey, John, I don't care, baby, as long as we together. Listen. Let's go somewhere with nice palm trees, a nice calm breeze, and nice blue seas. I don't care as long as we're together. You make the weight of the world feel light as a feather. When I'm with you, I'm down for whatever. I'm a good man, but you make me better. Come on, baby girl, let's count this cheddar. She wanna spend a meal, then shit, I'ma let her. Woo. I don't care as long as we're together, like. Together, okay, it'll be groovy. Let's make a movie. Melanated love, we can sell that shit to Tubi. Reason why I love you, cause your loving so choosy. Love so strong that it make a nigga woozy. I never been the goofy, you never been the groupie. Always kept it real, know what that mean to me? What? Mean you realer than most, and you ain't got a campaign, cause you got my vote. As long as we're together, like. I don't care as long as we're together. I'm not a youngin', I'm a real ass yam. If you didn't know, that's a grown ass man. Tight look you in your eye for a hold your hand. Universe brought us together, it's God's plan. Ring on your finger on the beach on the sand. Played my last game, now here I stand. Change your last name, now that's my plan. Call you my wife, you call me husband. It's us against the world. You already know. I don't care as long as we're together, like. I don't care as long as we're together. Grown ass man music. Get used to it.
So that's going to do it for this episode of Aspiring Discussions. I would like to thank Hollis Rock again for coming through, discussing his EP and many more. And I would also like to thank you all for tuning in. And I will be dropping a bonus episode this week titled Bucket List, where I hope to inspire you all to create a bucket list. And I will leave Hollis's info in the description box. And please check out his new EP titled Legendary, that's available on all streaming platforms. And please check out my second podcast, Wrestling Discussions, where I will be dropping some new episodes soon about the aftermath of SummerSlam. And if you all didn't check it out, please check it out on the Peacock app. And if anyone is interested, I still have some merch on my website, and I will also leave that info in the box as well. Thank you all so much. Stay safe and cool, and God bless you all.